I am. It says.
You can't fuck up like that.
Imagine.
Come on, August.
Fuck you. Fucking suck my cock and balls. All right.
Damn it, you know I will. So.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was like,
God damn it. I forgot it's
Who's it
this
gonna
friend
be?
group. It's
I
this
don't
friend
know.
group. It's this friend
meaning
group. It's this friend group.
here,
Okay. All right, everyone. We have 3 hours of music lined up. I have all my notes and things I need to do. Are we ready to begin today's session? Everyone's here?
Yeah.
Swag.
Hey.
Still going through the level up process, but I can do that.
Oh, no worries. No worries. All right. If everyone can mute, I have some announcements, and then I have a recap, and then I have a cutscene. So let's go ahead and do some announcements real quick. This will be for all D&D campaigns. So this is going to be a request. If you ever text me anything during a session about your character, please do not do it over Discord. Do it over Snapchat, Instagram, direct message. Mainly because since I'm recording these, and it took like 3 hours to export that last Godblood session, mainly just because like it thought I was editing a whole video, even though I just put a picture over it. So, for all intents and purposes, if you want to text me anything about the session, do it not over Discord, just so that way it's not in the DMs when it's on my recording, and then someone reads it by accident and then gets spoiled. So, that's the first announcement. Second announcement is there are 2 new races in OTAX. I've added in the gnomes and the nymphs, so those are 2 new playable races if you want to get any character brewing with that. There's also a new gods section. The gods have been reworked if you want to read stuff about the gods. And the third announcement is, as most of you know, Nex, who plays Oz, is gone. He's gone to basic, and I think he's going to be gone for 6 months. Obviously, Meeting of Worlds is going to go on for a while, so he may be back in time for the end of Meeting of Worlds, a lot like what happened in Pirates with his character Halgrim. But until then, he's asked me to play Oz as an NPC because he wants Oz to be part of the story. So yeah, that's it. So text me through other means, not Discord, for character stuff. I have my phone right here. New races, new god stuff, and I will be playing Oz. So those are the announcements done. And with that being said, let's get into the session, and let us start with a recap. Okay, so where we last left off in Meeting of Worlds, you all found the wormwood and the amber fruit that Dusk needed you all to feed to Alisman to get him or them to Arcania. However, Lena, one of the nymph warriors, created a distraction to keep Luneth the demon from chasing you all down. You all arrived back at the Temple of the Druids, and unfortunately told Lorelei, the Archdruid, and the other nymph warrior, Moon, that Lena has assumingly been killed by the demon. The Archdruid understood your sacrifices, and saw you all out of the Forest of Fenral since you all got what you came for. Upon arriving back at Owlend, the small little Valterian town that you all started your quest, the Valterian soldiers there told you all that Dusk, the Dragonfang, has relocated your rendezvous point. Instead of re-meeting in Vandrel, or sorry, not Vandrel, my bad. Instead of re-meeting in Dragonhold, you were all to meet them on a small remote island near Markarieth. So you all took a boat, arrived at these new coordinates, and you guys found a sizable Valterian camp set up with Dusk being there. Dusk thanked you all for returning with Alisman and the Amber Fruit. Dusk firstly asked Alisman that if he wants his precious little ram back and to get out of this scot-free, he needs to eat the fruit. Alisman ate the fruit because he wants his ram back, and Alisman got these like golden flowers and leaf tattoos like up the side of his neck and onto his cheek. So now Alisman has like these golden leaf flower tattoos since he ate the fruit. Second thing, is Dusk revealed Oz to not be a Warforged, but a little gnome man inside of a Warforged body. And also that Oz appears to be looking for someone or something. And finally, Dusk offered a new proposal to Elwyn and Ekrai. You two had technically completed your mission, and so payments were due. However, Dusk saw how efficient you two were and asked you all to do one more job for them, and they would sweeten the deal even more. More money, more recognition, and not only that, but full citizenship to the Valtarian Empire, as well as the ability to purchase property or land. This would basically make you two higher upper-class Valtarian citizens with a good amount of money in your back pocket. The two of you accepted. Sorry, Ekrai, I made you accept, just so the story could go along.
Yeah, I would accept it anyways.
And Dusk revealed the next mission to you all. You all got Alisman. Alisman ate the Ember Fruit. And Alisman revealed on a map the route to take to get to Arcania. But Dusk apparently needs something else. And this other thing is located in the region of Edia, home of the pirates. So, with your new mission ahead of you all, Dusk accompanied you all on this mission. You all dressed up as pirates, used a stolen Torchbone Brawler flag, which was an old pirate crew that is now destroyed, and you all headed off for Edia to get this new target, Dusk, leading the mission. You all arrived at the pirate city of Cyclone Retreat, and for my pirate players, you all had a nice little bit of nostalgia walking through another pirate city once again. Cyclone Retreat is the home of the Jaws of Magladorn crew, who is captained by the large and brutish Tilford Goldhand, an absolute mountain of a man. You all, with your pirate disguises, snuck your way into the local populace, and were able to gain entry into Tilford's hideout, a large Sunkeeper pyramid in the middle of the city that had been repurposed into a ship palace. Upon arriving at Tilford's giant pyramid mansion, you all met the man, saying that you were surviving Torchbone Brawlers that had information about Valtarian war efforts and where they're moving their troops. And so Elwyn, Ekrai, Oz, and Alisman went to go chat up Tilford Goldhand, while Dusk and Beck took a little sneak around the place to try and find their target. Upon meeting Tilford, the crew also, or I say the crew, the team met a drow woman, an older drow woman named Thana, who is missing one of her arms, and she has a large battle axe. And Elwyn spun a web of lies about how he's a Torchbone Brawler and how he knows where all the Valtarians are, basically bullshitting, buying Dusk and Beck time. Dusk and Beck went into one of the side rooms where they found a baby's cradle in a baby room. When Beck and Dusk took a look inside the cradle, they found a young infant that appeared to be half drow, half tiefling. This baby could be no more than a month, maybe 2 months old. It is a tiny, tiny little baby. Beck obviously was confused when Dusk told him to take the child. But Beck is loyal to Valteria. And so Beck swooped this child, and the team started to make their escape. However, upon reaching the exit to the mansion, Thana had found that you all had taken the child, and now you are all currently about to be pounced on by a bunch of pirates to get that baby back. But before we get into that whole fiasco that is about to unfold in the pirate city, we need to open up with one of my cutscenes. Alright. The scene opens up with a short flashback that takes place 1 year before the Valtarians began their war. You can see Dusk sitting on a bench in the middle of the Dragonhold Royal Palace Gardens. They are looking up at a statue of Agaroth, and you can see they have their mask off, and they're kind of just like flipping it over and over again in their hands, clearly troubled. A voice speaks behind Dusk, a more solemn, sorrow kind of voice that has a lot of... I would describe it as pain, but also a bit of comfort. How are you holding up, Dusk? Dusk turns around and sees a younger Vanessa staring back at them. I'm all right, Dusk says, turning back to look up at the statue. I heard that your excursion to Arcania didn't go so well, Vanessa says, as she walks closer and takes a seat next to Dusk. For those of you who know who Vanessa is, she definitely looks a little bit younger. She's maybe about 25, 24 in this flashback. Dusk looks over. Yeah. Lost 2 ships. And everyone on them. Just me and 4 elites were able to make it back. There's a strange magic that guards Arcania. It's indescribable. Like swirling waves and clouds. They almost seem to come alive with sentience when you get close to them. Vanessa kind of stretches a little bit, and she kind of leans back against the bench on like this. There's like a little like rise or like a little wall where more of the garden's on. She kind of rests up by it. There's a lot of strange magics in Otax. Lots of strange forces. But, knowing you, you've already found a solution to this, haven't you? Dusk nods. I've done some research, but I'll have to look more into it, they say. Vanessa, Dusk says, can I ask you a question? Vanessa nods. How do you handle with it? With loss? Vanessa looks a little bit confused. Elaborate. It's just, I know we've all lost people. We've all had things taken from us, but you, Mallory, Olania, Feoris, you all seem so set on your goals and what you want, but I don't know, Dusk says. I want payback as much as you all do, but I just can't find the strength to do it. Vanessa looks up at the dragon, Agaroth, the statue. She sighs. There are cruel people out there, Dusk. Horrible people that will rip every good thing from you. And sometimes you can't do anything about it. Sometimes you're simply too weak. But we're not weak, Dusk. Each and every one of us has been blessed with an opportunity, Vanessa says, and she leans forward. Those bastards that killed my friends in Edia, I thought I couldn't do anything to stop them. But when I got my powers, I knew I had a second chance. And I knew nothing was going to stop me. That's the thing, Dusk. You are also blessed. You also have powers, and you have the opportunity to avenge the one that you lost. And so you should take it. You should take it, and you should have vengeance, because not a lot of people have the opportunity that we have. No matter who you have to kill, no matter who you have to use, you are owed closure. Vanessa says. She stands up. Remember that, Dusk. You're strong. Don't squander it. Dusk nods and puts back on their mask. I didn't just come here to comfort you, Vanessa says. The Queen wants a meeting. We have a few more things to plan before the war actually kicks off, and she wants all of us there. Dusk nods and stands up. You're right, Vanessa. We have the power, so we have to use it. The cutscene ends. You can all unmute. The scene transitions from Dusk's face into current day Dusk, who is currently with all of you as you are exiting the pirate stronghold. And the pirates know that you ain't Torchbone brawlers, and they are starting to come after you. Dusk turns around, sees the pirates starting to descend from the pulley systems, and they just look back at all of you guys and say, time to move. So, what are you all doing in this situation?
Running.
Running.
Am I still drunk?
A little bit, yeah. A little drunk.
No, I hold on, I need to fix myself. I'm gonna say fuck and then run.
Okay.
Yes.
What?
The extra step.
Yes.
The extra step.
All right.
Yeah, I think everybody's probably just running.
Yeah, alright. Oz is also running. You all begin booking it as fast as possible through Cyclone Retreat. Most of the pirates that don't know are just kind of seeing you guys pass, and they're just kind of like, and just kind of like clinking drinks. But as you guys are running, okay, I need you all to make me dexterity checks since you are running through the pirate city and there's lots of people and mud and barrels everywhere. So go ahead and each of you roll me a dexterity check.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty
Alrighty.
20.
Dirty 20.
10.
10.
9.
9.
Fucking.
Alright, and then Oz got a 15. Alright. Ekrai, you take a little bit of a trip. You kind of slip on some mud, but you're able to, like, catch yourself. You kind of, like, cling onto a nearby pirate to just kind of hoist yourself up, and you just goes, "Oi! Watch where you're falling!" But as you guys are running, Elwyn, you hear a loud splash behind you as you turn around, and Alisman, who is kind of drunk, has appeared to completely lost his footing, and he's fallen into a pile of what you hope is not shit, because it's right next to a bunch of pigs who are currently eating from a trough.
Mm-hmm, okay. How far is he from me?
He's not that far back. He's maybe about 10 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, grab him by the back of the shirt, and run.
Alright, he smells like shit.
Listen, Elwyn thinks this man's a kid. He's not gonna let him die.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. You all continue to run through the street, and at this point, you can hear a booming, absolutely booming voice behind you all, the voice of Tilford. He's probably using some kind of device or spell to project his voice, but you just hear his low, booming voice say, "Catch those goddamn torch bones!" And at this, you can see that all of the other Jaws of Maglodorn crew that were kind of just like lollygagging turn around, and they all start to draw their cutlasses and start to close in on you all. You all arrive in what is around the central part of the town. Is a lot more open. And as you all stand there, you can see that around 20 pirates have surrounded you guys, and you can see they all have their cutlasses drawn. Dusk stops and takes a look at the situation, and Dusk turns to you, Beck, and just says, "Minute I move, go down the left street and head straight for the docks. Understood?"
Yeah.
All right. You all watch as Dusk opens up their hand, and from like under their sleeve, a bunch of little pieces of metal start to come out and form all the way into a large sword, like a long sword.
Oh, snap.
At this, you guys hear commotion behind you all, as you can see off in the distance, Tilford running with a bunch of pirates and Thana. And you can see that Tilford and Thana arrive with the rest of the pirates, and about 5 more pirates join the 25. And Thana just points and says, "Get us back that fucking baby, Valterians." You see that all the pirates start to murmur, "Valterians? What?" And
Baby.
Dusk... Baby! And Dusk just looks at Beck and says, "Move." As Dusk takes a step forward and raises the sword in the air, and you see Thana's face changes from anger to surprise as she seems to have made a realization, and she backs up and says, "Fuck! That's a dragon fang! Back the hell away!" But before she can finish her sentence, Dusk steps forward, and like wind itself, they vanish. There's a moment of silence before the sound of slicing echoes throughout the entire town square as all 25 pirates have their heads decapitated in a single motion, and Dusk reappears in front of all of you. You can see that Tilford has moved to block Dusk's strike from killing Thana, and a large slash appears across Tilford's chest as he kind of backs away and just goes, "Ugh!" You all watch as the 25 pirates that were surrounding you all simply drop dead, and their heads all roll across the town square. Dusk told you all to move. Do you all move to the left street?
Well, no shit.
Yeah. Ellen's got questions, but that can wait until they're safe.
Oh yeah, for real.
You all start to move down the left street, and you can hear Tilford roaring at Dusk, and what you're assuming is going to be some amount of combat between the two of them. But you all continue to run down the street. You all need to make me dexterity checks again.
Lovely.
18.
18,
18.
18,
18.
18.
God fucking damn!
You all start running down the left side of the street, and the street starts to go downhill towards you. You guys can see the docks off in the distance. You guys can see your boat. It's just a bit more of a run, but Aliceman trips, and he begins to tumble down the hill like a rolling little fey ball, just getting covered in mud and dirt. And Aliceman just slams into a bunch of barrels. Aliceman, you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you just crash into a bunch of barrels. And Aliceman, like, sits up, and he kind of has, like, those cartoon, like, birds, like, going around his head, and, like, the little stars and stuff. Alright, who wants to grab Aliceman?
Am I grabbing him again?
You can grab him again.
I'll pick him up as I run past.
Elwyn and Ekrai, Ekrai gets the left arm, Elwyn gets the right arm, and the two of you just continue to drag Aliceman, running as fast as you all possibly can, to the dock. And at this point, from all the commotion, you guys can hear the baby crying, in Beck's arm. You can hear the sound of commotion behind you all, from what you assume to be the pirates fighting Dusk. As you all arrive near the docks, you can see 3 pirate crew members that were waiting for all of you. And now I'm going to need you 3 to roll, or all of you to roll for initiative.
Wonderful.
And initiative is D20 plus what again?
Your dex modifier.
Okay, that's a 9.
9.
20.
Okay, let me get an actual pen that has ink in it. Okay.
Okay.
Beck, what did you get?
A 9.
9. Ekrai?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Elwyn?
16.
16. Aliceman?
20.
20. And then Oz. Oz got a 20, a dirty 20 as well. And now for the pirates. First pirate got that. Second pirate got that. Third pirate got that. Alright. First up is one of the pirates. One of the Jaws of Maglodorn draws her cutlass, and she's going to move in and immediately try to take a swipe at Beck. Beck does a 15 hit.
Oh god, no.
Alright. Beck, you immediately pull up your longsword, holding the baby in one arm still. You just deflect one of the pirates' attacks. Now, it is Ekrai's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna just try to hit one of them with my rapier.
All right, go for it.
Sorry, my dice are all like in the container still because I'm on the bed.
No worries, no worries.
We haven't touched dice too much in this campaign.
It's like the first fight.
The first fight.
Does a 4 hit?
A 4 does not hit. Ekrai, you go to try and stab one of the pirates, but they just kind of jump out of the way of your rapier. Now it's Oz's turn. Oz is going to take a swing at the one attacking Beck with his weapon. And that's a miss. Pirate's able to dodge out of the way as well. Now it is Aliceman's turn. Aliceman, what are you doing?
Use my bow.
All right. Go ahead and take a little shotty shot.
4.
4. Awesome misses. In Aliceman's defense, he's drunk. So him missing kind of makes sense. Elwyn, your turn.
All right. First, I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration
Alrighty.
for. Let's do Beck.
Okay.
It's easy. Kind of one-handed. And then
What does Bardic Inspiration do?
Gives you an extra D4 to any roll you want. So that can be an attack roll, a damage roll. You just get a +4 to something.
I'm making you beefier. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go after the one attacking Beck with his longbow.
All right. Make me an attack roll.
Does a 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. That would be a 4.
4. Okay. Elwyn, you go ahead and you take a slash at one of the pirates. And this time you connect and you slice him across the arm as he kind of backs away in pain. Now it is Beck.
Okay, I'm assuming that there's no way I can hide, right?
No. You have a crying baby in your hand. They all know where you are.
Yeah.
They can see you.
Alright, so... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and attack with my rapier.
All right. Are you attacking the one that Elwyn just attacked or a different one?
Yeah, I'm going to be attacking that one.
All right.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
And 19 does hit. Roll for damage. And you can add your Bardic Inspiration damage if you want to pop off.
Yeah, I am going to be doing that.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm trying to find the right dice. Okay, so... Okay, that's gonna be a 14.
All right. Beck, you, even with the baby in your hand, I mean, you're a fucking Valterian elite, so you just take your sword, and you stab the pirate right through the neck as he's on the back foot trying to get away from Elwyn, and you just kind of twist and pull it out. The pirate gurgles and falls to the ground dead. So that's the first pirate killed. Second pirate, so now it's the last two pirates. They rolled pretty low. First pirate's going to try and make a retaliation attack against Elwyn. Elwyn does that's a dirty 20, so I think that hits.
Yeah.
All right. Elwyn, you are going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
As the pirate goes ahead and slices you. And now the second pirate, you can see, has a crossbow. And they're going to go ahead and mark targets. They're going to mark Beck for death.
That's so swag.
This is part of the new combat rules I wrote for human NPCs. All right, so now Beck is marked, and that'll be the end of that pirate's turn. All right, top of the
What does that
initiative.
even mean?
I
don't understand.
That's
the
marking in.
So I'll explain it after combat's over, so you guys know what's going on. But this is a nice little surprise. Top of the initiative, Ekrai. Here you go. Pirate's dead. First pirate's dead. Ekrai, what are you doing?
I think I'm just gonna swing my rapier around a little bit more.
All right. Go ahead and attack another one. Mike May an attack roll.
There's a 7 hit.
A 7 does not hit. Pirate's
God,
unfortunately
I can't believe I'm
able.
rolling so low.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us. But the pirate's able to avoid your attack again. Oz is going to try and help you out, Ekrai. Oz gets a 10 and also misses. Aliceman, your turn. Aliceman. Aliceman.
Hey,
Babe, boy.
sibling dumb fuck. It's your turn.
Damn.
Hold on, I'm gonna yell at them.
The drunk passed out.
They've drunkenly passed out.
Oh my god.
they're like dead in a gutter.
Is your Discord working?
Oh, it wasn't working, so I had to like restart my
Oh,
computer.
no worries. No worries.
Because like I'll press leave when it stops, when the audio stops working, but then it won't kick me out for some reason, so I have to restart my computer.
Yeah, Discord's a real fun service to use. But anyways, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
So one of the pirates has been killed. One of the pirates has been fucking murked. And there are 2 left.
You got it. I don't
So
trust.
this is plus what?
Your dexterity if you're using your crossbow.
4.
4.
I got a 1.
Oh, a natural 1. Yeah, actually, you all turn around. Aliceman's drunk, passed out.
Yeah.
The alcohol has gotten to him. He's just like, he doesn't even know where the fuck he is anymore.
Who gave the kid fucking alcohol?
Oz speaks up and goes, isn't he like in his 20s? All right. All right. Elwyn, your turn.
Are there 2 left?
Yes, there's 2 left. There's one with a crossbow and one with just a sword.
Okay, I'm gonna go after the one with the crossbow.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Does a 16 hit.
A 16 hits, yes. Roll for damage.
All right. And which die am I using for longsword?
I believe it's a D8. 1d8.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Of course. 1d8 plus or minus your strength modifier.
That's going to be a 7.
7. Alrighty. And now it is Beck's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna attack with my rapier again.
Alright, are you attacking sword dude or crossbow dude?
Sword dude.
Alright.
That's a nat 20.
Alright, you definitely hit him. Roll for damage.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna be 10 points of damage.
Alright. Beck, you go ahead and you like bash the sword dude in the face and kind of like knock him off guard, and then you just run him through with the rapier right through the heart, and he just kind of goes and he also falls to the ground dead. Now it's the crossbow dude, and he just kind of backs up and he goes, shit! And he's going to aim the crossbow at Beck, who he marked, and he's going to let an arrow fly.
Love that.
Beck
Love
does
that.
a 19 hit.
Barely.
Fuck.
Alright, so Beck, you're going to take... Alright, so it's crossbow. And then plus the mark for death damage. Beck, you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of his turn. Alright. Ekrai, do you want to try and finish this crossbow dude off?
Come on, Ekra, I'm leaving you.
I'll give it another shot, I guess.
Alright, make your attack roll.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Roll for damage.
Woo!
That's gonna be 6 piercing.
All right. Ekrai, you move in as the pirate is firing his crossbow, and you stab him right like under the armpit, and it kind of comes up past his shoulder blade. And you remove your rapier, and the pirate just kind of falls over and begins to die from bleeding out. And that'll be the end of combat. So, for those of you who are wondering what the fuck Mark for Death is, I have implemented brand new humanoid NPC classes. So, there are ranged classes that can mark someone for death. When they are marked for death, all other ranged attacks do an additional d6 damage on top of what other damage they're doing.
Jesus.
There are guardians who usually have shields and the most health, and they can do guard, which means they can pick a friendly character within 10 feet of them, and all attacks must be directed at them before the person that they're guarding. And then finally, there are duelists, which are like your hand-to-hand combat sword people. And they have a special ability called Disarm, which is on a natural 20. The enemy has to make a Constitution check, or they lose their weapon, and they'd have to spend a turn picking it back up. So,
So does this stay forever, or is
no.
it just
So at the end of combat, it's gone. Like, all the stuff's gone.
Nice.
This is just to make... And then there's just your basic dudes that have no special abilities. So, ranged dudes have Mark for Death. Big shield dudes have Guardian, or Guard. And then, like, your sword close combat specialists have Disarm. It's just an extra little bit of flavor, so, you know, makes combat a little bit more dynamic. Alright, so, that's the end of combat. As you guys finish off the last pirates, you guys notice coming from around one of the buildings down one of the streets, 5 more pirates appear, and you all get ready to engage the 5 more pirates. But as they're all running up to you, there's again another flash, another blink, and again all 5 pirates are decapitated, as standing in front of you all, completely unscathed, is Dusk, who has the sword disappear from their hand as the 5 pirates that they just decapitated in a blink of an eye just fall over dead. And Dusk just says, "Get on the boat."
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right.
Yeah, I think I get on the boat as well.
Yeah.
You all begin to get back onto the boat that you all came on, and you can see Dusk is the last one on, as they turn back around and look at the pirate city and just says, "Good riddance." The ship's sails are unfurled, and your ship begins to sail off. Dusk turns around and looks at all of you and says, "I wouldn't worry about Tilford pursuing us too soon. I think I took him out of action for a little bit," Dusk says, as they walk over and immediately sit down and begin to clean their boots from all the mud that they accumulated in the pirate city. You are all now on the ship that is sailing away from Cyclone's retreats. And looking back in the distance, you can see some pirates are starting to unfurl their ships to pursue, but they seem very slow, and you can't see any sign of Tilford amongst them. So, as you all sail away further and further, what do you all want to do?
Everyone's gonna walk back and say, "Why is there a baby?"
I don't know. Ask the.
The baby was the target.
Why?
You said that we needed to find somebody, not a child. That's literally an infant.
We did find somebody, and that somebody is the
What?
baby that Beck is holding, and that is
What
the
are you
target.
gonna do with it?
It's an infant.
Yes, it is an infant, and I need it to complete the Valterian plan.
What's gonna happen to it?
I don't know yet, Dusk says as they stand up. All I know is that I need that child when I reach Arcania.
So you don't even know that you just assume that you need it, or were you told that you need it?
I got a tip-off, Dusk says. Let's leave it at that.
And you're basing that off of stealing a child. This isn't even a child, this is a baby.
Look, I gave you a mission, and if you want to get paid, you'll stop asking questions, mercenary. Dusk turns around and walks over to the side of the ship. Look, I don't like taking children, alright? It's a dirty business. But if it's for the greater good and ridding this place of scum, then sacrifices have to be made.
Elwin's gonna go ahead and glare at Dusk and walk away to cool off and decide what he's gonna do.
Alright. Ekrai, do you want to say or do anything?
Nope.
Alright. Alisman is currently asleep. He is just kind of laying in the middle of the ship, passed out. Dusk walks up to you, Beck, and says, I'll take the child now.
Are we gonna hurt it?
I'm not gonna hurt the baby, Beck. And if anything, we need to keep it as safe as possible.
Beck will reluctantly hand over the child.
Dusk takes the baby and just kind of looks at it for a second and just sighs. If it's possible, I'm not going to kill the baby, Beck, if that's what you're worried about. Dusk turns and starts to head for the inside of the ship.
As soon as Dusk is inside the ship, Elwin's gonna come back and grab Beck by the shoulder and say, why the fuck would you take the kid?
Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
The audio cut out.
Yes, why the fuck would you take a kid?
I didn't know it was a kid.
So you're telling me that you went into a room and he handed you a baby and you didn't know it was a kid?
If you have an issue with it, go talk to the leader. I'm just obeying my orders.
What a good little dog you are.
Oz walks
And
up.
at least I'm not a sellout.
Oh! Oz walks up and kind of stands between you two. And Oz just kind of looks at Elwin. I don't really think that he knew Elwin. I try to lay off a little bit.
Yeah, but we're just gonna let him take the baby?
Dusk said he wasn't... Well, now I'm misgendering! God damn it, guys! Oz says...
God.
Oz...
Dusk has pronouns, guys.
Dusk's pronouns are they, them, okay? Oz... sorry. Oz says... Dusk said they weren't gonna kill the baby. And... While I definitely sense something off about them, I think they're true to their word. At least for now. I think our biggest concern is trying to get out of these waters without being sunken by pirates.
Elwin's gonna sigh deeply and reluctantly let go of Beck's shoulder and walk away.
Oz sighs and turns to you, Beck, and just kind of like nods understandingly. You didn't have any idea, Beck. Don't beat yourself up about it. And Oz walks over to make sure that Alisman is still breathing.
Just passed out.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to do on the ship before we forward the story?
So
Can't
do
really
we
do
have
anything.
our regular clothes on the ship?
Yes, you guys can change back into.
Yeah, I'm changing back to my gear.
Beck,
He's like, I'm done.
Beck, you take off your pirate clothing and you get back into your Valterian armor. Do you want to wear the
Give her a
helmet?
sexy pirate shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wear the helmet.
All right, you put the helmet
I didn't
on.
know we were in pirate armor. I will also be doing that.
All right, you guys get back into your Valterian issue armor uniforms and ditch your pirate garb disguises. Anything else you guys want to do?
I want to taste the water.
Okay. It's salty. It's very dehydrating. Yeah, seawater. Nice and salty.
Yummy.
Becca's just gonna look at him very confused. But you can't tell under his dragon
Oh, yeah,
helmet, so it's just him staring.
Elwyn is currently pouting, so.
Oz walks over to you and says, "It is my great pleasure to announce that the little Fey man is not dead."
What do you mean, little Fey man?
The little Fey man.
Just a thumbs up when he says that.
Kid?
Bro, he's like 30, you fucking nerd.
What? He's a
Oh
kid.
my god. No.
Elwyn, just
You
because
just
someone
assumed
is
because he was short.
Elwyn, just because someone is small does not automatically make them a child. That's very
But-
insensitive to gnomes and halflings.
Wait,
But-
the baby
He's
looking
told
thing
you
is in
like
his
8
30s?
times now.
In their 30s?
What was that, Ekrai?
Did you just say the baby looking thing is in their 30s?
No, the other baby-looking thing. And Oz points
Oh,
over at
okay.
Alisman.
Okay, that makes so much more sense.
But Dust,
I was just thinking about the salt water.
It's
when
the
they
salt
gave me
water.
the mission, they said that we needed to get the kid to eat the fruit.
Maybe Dusk is also
Dude, you,
judgmental of short people.
You-
Oz says.
you also decide to only listen to yourself. You literally are so self-absorbed you can't even hear someone tell you their actual age. There's been
I mean-
multiple times.
Coming from the elite.
Yeah, and
Well, good to know I was risking my neck, not even for a fucking kid.
okay.
Oh, it's gonna pout more now.
If Oz could make a ooh face, he would. Alright, do you all want to turn in for the night?
I'm already turned in for the night.
Alright.
Did
Ekra
we-
kind of just tells Alisman that he's still cool with them, and then, yeah, turns in.
Am I awake?
Is this
Yeah,
gonna-
you,
I'm still asleep.
Alisman,
Is this to somewhere to a new place?
yeah, so this, yeah, but,
are we gonna gain back
so-
heal? Are we gonna?
oh,
get
yeah,
HP
yeah,
back?
yeah, you guys can go ahead and heal back to full. Alisman, you have waken up, so if you want to do anything, Alisman, you can do it.
I'll just like pet Truffle.
Truffle isn't
Oh,
here,
wait,
you left him back at the camp.
I remember saying I was taking him everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, maybe I'm just misremembering. I don't know.
Yeah.
Check tape. Oh, I can't. All right. Yes,
Um.
Truffle is now magically there. Truffle, do rams make goat noises? Is that a thing?
It makes sheep noises because they're
Oh,
sheep.
yeah. Okay. The ram walks up to you, Alisman, and just goes,
Yeah,
"Bleh."
dude.
Bleh.
Fucking get good. Know your facts about rams.
Look. All right. Carrot was easy because Carrot was just like, all right. But I don't know. Truffle walks up and goes,
Like-
"Bleh."
I'd like to think that, like, despite the size, Truffle is just, like, in Alisman's pocket.
I like to think that Truffle's bigger than Alisman.
He is.
Yeah, Truffle's
It's like
giant.
5 feet
dude.
tall.
Yeah.
It's 5 feet tall.
Truffle is just this big old ram, and just kind of
It's like
walks
the
over,
size of a horse.
To ride
Yeah.
him into battle.
just walks over to you, Alisman, and just kind of like rubs one of its head against you,
One of its head.
one of its head.
Elwyn is gonna go ahead and walk over to Elifry and ask, so if this comes down to it, I'm not hurting the kid. I'm not hurting the kid.
Oh, when you cut out.
Oh no! Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. He's gonna go over to Elcry and say, hey, worst case scenario, I'm not letting them hurt the kid. So, can I trust you to have my back for them not hurting the kid?
I can only try.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna throw another thumbs up out.
The boys are fighting. All right.
I
Anything else you guys want to say or do? All right. I will take that as a no. You all begin to turn in for the night. Aliceman, you curl up with Truffle. He just goes, bet, and just kind of lays his head down next to you. And the baby has stopped crying. Beck, obviously, you go to check. Dusk has put the child in the captain's quarters, just kind of wrapped up in the blankets, in a box that is surrounded by pillows. And you can see that the baby has seemed to have cried itself to sleep.
Oh.
All right. And you all turn in for the night to try and figure out where you're all heading, or where Dusk is taking you all in the morning. While this is all happening, back at the docks, you can see Thana has Tilford kind of like, he's huge, but she's kind of trying to help him along back to his throne room. You can see he has slashes all over his body. Thana just kind of puts him back in his captain's chair. Jesus fucking Christ, Tilford. What were you thinking going up against a Dragon Fang by yourself? Tilford just goes, we're taking down one before, I could take down one myself. No, you big blundering idiot. This is bad. This is really, really, really bad. Fuck, Thana says. She walks over. Look, I know that I agreed to watch over the little one, but what's so damn important about these tiefling kids? Thana looks back over. Look, all you need to do is signal the other pirate lords to meet up. We had a hunch that people would be coming for Nim and Shava's kids. And looks like those hunches were right. I just hope that the other one is safe too, Thana says. Tilford just kind of goes, Well, I'll send out a signal as soon as possible. Actually, alright, Gorin, get in here. A pirate walks in. Send a messenger, as soon as possible, to Maya Pearl Sun. Get all the pirate lords together. Nim's kid has been taken. That's all the note should say. The pirate nods and runs out. You can see Thana's biting one of her nails. She's kind of looking out. Yeah, I'm sure the kid will be fine. Valterians are evil, but they ain't that evil, right? Besides, they pissed off Nim. He's gonna be pretty fucking pissed when he finds out his kid's been taken. Thana kind of chuckles. Honestly, he's not the one I'm scared of.
Slay.
At this, that scene ends. And the scene opens once again. You are all waking up in the morning, stretching, getting ready, and you can see Dusk is first up, and they're just kind of standing at the helm of the ship, steering it, as you all get up. What do you all want to do first thing in the morning?
I'm gonna go check on the baby.
The baby is still there, still asleep. It appears to have a small plate of food next to it, just chilling.
But it's a fucking infant. It's not gonna be able to eat that.
Nope. Dusk doesn't know how to take care of children.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the ram.
All right.
Hopefully. Is it like, okay, so rams. Does it include like like female or no? Or are they all male?
I think it's just the men.
Fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna go to the ram. Damn it! I don't know what to do.
No ram milk for the baby.
Hold on.
Okay, am I also aware of the food next to the baby?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk over to Ellen and ask if we should like mash it up maybe so the baby can try to eat it.
No, it's an
We
infant.
need-
It's a. It
He's
needs
too small. We need actual milk.
Milk,
God knows where we're going.
Oz says, as Oz walks up. I can produce some milk. And Oz pulls the bloor up
God.
out from under his armor.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Elwin, if you could bring me a bottle, please.
No. No.
Would that be poisonous to the kid?
I do not trust that thing. Look at it.
I don't think it's poisonous to me.
Yeah,
But
well,
you and a tiefling baby are very different.
Does anybody have a rather large size pearl? One worth probably approximately 100 gold.
Maybe. Also, Aliceman, since you're a Fae, you get bonuses with animals, so technically Aliceman could check if the bloor-up's milk would be poisonous or not.
Yeah, let me do that.
Alright, go ahead and make me a d20, and you have an advantage, so you can roll it twice and you can pick the higher number. And add your wisdom modifier, whatever that may be.
0.
Okay, so just roll 2 dice and pick the higher number.
13.
All right. Aliceman, you go ahead and you take a look at the bloor up. You can tell it has like these little yellow spots on it, which would suggest that it's poisonous. But there's also a lot of animals that just do that as like a fake out to make animals think that they're poisonous. So it's about 50-50.
Who wants to test it?
I'd love to test it.
All right. Do you have the bottle, Elwin? Oz says.
This is the best thing I could find.
I'm just gonna take like a small swig out of it.
Oz takes and like grabs one of the bloor-up's tentacles and just like softly squeezes, and this like bluish white milk comes out of the
Ew,
tentacle.
It's like that milk from that Star Wars movie.
Yeah, exactly. It is literally blue milk into the bottle that Elwin has. It's I mean, it's like the same consistency as regular milk. It's just kind of blue. Ekrai, do you want to drink it?
I would love to drink it. I want to know what it tastes
I
like.
would love to taste it.
Ekrai, you take a swig from the milk. It tastes like normal cow milk, but it kind of has like a weird like herbal aftertaste to it. It's kind of like drinking like a hazy IPA. It's got like a weird herbal aftertaste. So you get the milk, and then like a weird like kind of tastes like weed after you smoke, just kind of like lingering in the back of your mouth.
Maybe.
Ekrai, you stand there for a second, and nothing happens. And then nothing happens. He's still standing. After about 5 minutes of waiting with bated breath, Ekrai is completely fine.
I'm just gonna say it tastes like grass milk.
Tastes like grass milk.
Like somebody blended milk and grass together.
How
That's-
far are we from where we're supposed to be?
You don't know. Dusk is taking you guys somewhere.
I hate to do it to this kid, but it's looks no older than 2 months and needs to eat every couple hours. And if Elwin hasn't, thrown a tentacle or passed away, I think it might be not the best option, but it's an option.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
You guys want to feed it the bloor up milk?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. You guys walk over to the baby, who is currently awake and just kind of like, blah, blah, in its little box cradle. Beck, you go ahead and you pick it up, and you put the bottle of bloor up milk in its mouth, and it begins. It drinks like half of it before it's done. Nothing happens to the baby. It just kind of like coos, and then just kind of like moves its arms in the air a little bit, and that's about it. Very normal baby stuff.
Okay, I guess it
Ellen-
was okay.
Elwin's gonna play with the chubby baby hand.
Okay. The baby's very cute. It's a cute little baby. It's got like, obviously it looks like a mix between drow and tiefling. So it has these little horns growing out of it, and its skin is like a lighter purple. And you can see it's got like those like chubby
That's my
baby
boy.
cheeks. It's got like chubby baby cheeks. And yeah,
That's my baby.
that's my
That's
baby.
not baby.
It's got
Elwin's
yeah.
try to make the kid as happy as the baby can be in this situation and try to make it laugh.
All right. Roll me a performance. No, roll me a performance check.
I got
I
this.
join in on that performance.
Yeah. Both of you make me
Join
performance
me.
checks.
That's a natural 20.
Natural
I'm
20.
22.
Okay. What do you two do to entertain
Yeah,
this child?
That's a natural 20 plus 5. So that's
All right. Please describe what you two do to entertain this infant.
So Elwin is gonna go ahead and start making faces at the small little baby, and then pick up Elwin's head, right, and try to tickle his nose with it.
What was that?
He's gonna try to tickle his nose with the tail.
All right. Sounds good. Ekrai, what are you doing to entertain the toddler?
So I was gonna he's gonna cast dancing light and swirl it above his head, as for visual entertainment, and then he's gonna pull out his horn and play a little fanfare for him.
The baby is having a great time. It is laughing. It is giggling. It's trying to catch little lights that Ekrai has summoned, and it giggles whenever Elwin tickles their nose. You guys are just kind of all sitting around entertaining this baby. Aliceman, are you doing anything?
Can I play my hand flute?
Yeah. Aliceman, you just kind of snuggle up next to your ram truffle, and you just pull out your flute, and you just kind of play a song to just kind of enjoy the vibe and just kind of have a little bit of peace after what you all just went through.
Guys, it's like 2.5 men.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a sausage party. Even the baby's a man. No girls allowed. After a bit of after a good while of just playing with the baby, and you guys are also socializing and talking to each other, Dusk walks into the room and sees you all playing with the baby. You can't see under their mask, but they just kind of stare at it for a second before they just kind of go, right. I've set course for the city of Darvox. It's a Valtarian city, right off the eastern coast, right opposite of Markariath. That's why we will make stop for a while, he says. Or sorry, they say. God damn it, I keep misgendering them too. God, and I wrote this character. God damn it, look at me. Yeah, we need to have a August misgenders Dusk jar and see how many dollars end up in it by the end of the campaign. All right.
In 2022, August.
Dusk walks out. So, Elwin, Beck, you both know about Darvox. Elwin, that is where your mother's tavern is near. Your mom's tavern is near Darvox. It's right outside the city in a smaller town. And Beck, being a Valtarian elite, you frequent all of the Valtarian cities. Darvox is the most industrial out of all the Valtarian cities. That's where all of their shit gets made. All of their swords, all of their armor. It was once a really beautiful farming agricultural city, but since the war, the queen has just completely defaced it and just turned it into a bastion of smoke and steel. Also, the crime rate in Darvox is the worst out of all 3 of the Valtarian cities. So lots and lots of pickpockets and gangs roam those
What a
streets.
wonderful place to take
Oh.
an infant.
An infant. Elwin is gonna go try to talk to Dusk real fast.
All right. Dusk is continuing to steer the ship, and you walk up next to them. What would you like to say to them?
So when is this job done? You said the job was to get the target. We got the target. What else is there to do for this job?
Well, once we safely deliver the infant to Darvox, and everything's been confirmed, you and Ekrai's reward will be given, Dusk says.
Okay. I don't like the idea of that baby being hurt and innocence in this war. I just want some confirmation that it's going to be safe, whatever. And
Dusk just kind of looks over at you, and they're wearing their mask, Elwyn, so you can't see their face, but you can see their eyes in the light. They're a very deep green. Dusk just kind of says, I do not know the fate of the baby, but if I can, I will avoid killing it. I simply just need it for my excursion to Arcania. That is all.
And what about Alisman?
Alisman is also needed to lead me, but obviously he was just a target for you to escort, so I don't see any reason to care about him. Once you've been paid, you'll be off to go and forge your own way.
So there's not going to be an extra job after this?
Unless you want more money. But honestly, at this point, I think I've run my use for you and Ekrai.
Elwyn's going to nod his head and walk away. Walk back to where the baby is.
God, I love D&D! Okay.
Yeah, Ekrai just follows.
Alright. Do any of you guys want to do anything else on the ship before you all arrive at Darvox?
Elwyn's going to look at Ekrai and be like, listen, I know a really good tavern after this is all over. Drinks are on me.
Hell yeah.
Ekrai, do you want to do anything?
Ekrai is gonna look back at Elwyn and say something about how he feels like performing for the baby was a great bonding moment.
I just hope that kid, nothing bad happens to it.
I agree for now.
Beck, do you want to do anything?
No, I'm just gonna stand there with the baby, I guess.
Alright. And finally, Alisman. Anything you want to do?
Oh, good.
Alright. Oz walks over and just kind of crouches down, kind of just like joining your little huddle, and just says, you know, I didn't think I would arrive where I am right now. Went to Thenral to try and find person I'm looking for. And now I am with you all. I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you all for helping me have a nice little adventure. And I'd like to stay around for a while, if you would all have me.
Elwyn's gonna go ahead and pat the Warforge's back and say anytime. Unfortunately, I think Dusk has run his use for me and Ekrai, but you ever into drinking, buddy?
Oz looks over at the baby and says, I want to believe the child will be safe, but I sense a bad omen has fallen over all of us, he says as he stands up and walks off.
Elwyn's gonna go ahead and nod and look over at Beck and say, they said they would want to keep the kid safe, and they would if they can. But what are you gonna do if they can't and they try to hurt this kid?
I'll just follow my orders.
No, I had a little bit more hope for you.
I guess I did too. Becca's gonna walk away because Trevor.
God, when are Elwyn and Beck gonna make out?
Never.
All right. You all rest the continuation of the journey to the ship. And eventually, you all see off in the distance a large Valtarian city on the coast of Aetherfall. You can see large plumes of smoke high in the air from the the forges. I almost said Warforge. From the forges. And as you all sail into the docks, this is the biggest dockyard you've seen in any city that you've been to, and it is full of resources. Massive Valtarian cargo ships can be seen loaded up with all types of weapons, armor, explosives, and of course, the new pattern Dresden guns that are currently being shipped off to help aid the Valtarian front lines.
Lovely.
As you all arrive and the ship docks, you can see multiple Valtarians start to line up and salute as one of them announces, "Attention! Dragonfang Dusk has returned! Stand tall and salute!" Dusk is the first to walk off the ship, and immediately 4 Dragonfangs walk and meet Dusk on the boardwalk. Dusk turns to you all and says, "I'll take the baby back."
Becca's gonna hand over the baby.
Dusk says, "All right, if you would all follow me to the castle, we can discuss payments and the ending of your contracts." We're going to take a little quick break because I need to pee. So we're going to take 5, and then we'll be back to continue the session in about 5 minutes. So everyone take a break.
Wow.
How rude.
I'm really not happy with how this is going right now.
I'm doing my best, Trin.
I like
You
to
better
point out,
get my
I never roll
out of
high.
there because if not, I'm just saying, you've got one angry tiefling on your way.
I never roll high, and I just rolled higher than I've ever rolled, and Ellen rolled high as hell. I think that
To
baby.
entertain a baby.
I think at the end of the day, the baby had a good trip.
At the end of the day, the baby had a good day.
I'm thinking that this was
You know, Elwyn's trying his best.
I think that performance was when Ekrai really recognized Elwyn as a good bard.
Yeah. As soon as Ekrai said that he would try, he's like, okay. Also, if Elwyn returns to his mother's brothel and tells her that there's a kid there, he's gonna have to go back for the kid. So Elwyn is indeed a mama's boy, so he will have to.
And Ekrai is kind of just alone, so he goes wherever he pleases.
Drinking buddy.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah. How's work?
Right, tell me about it. I'm not even out of work yet. I have been at work this entire time listening to this. My phone is going to die.
Turn it
Worth
into
it.
dog food, and they're like, my fucking baby.
No, for real, I'm over
Trent,
here.
it's
I was
also
quite literally doing
recorded,
water
so-
changes, and I was like, bro, what the fuck is happening right now? If y'all don't keep my kids safe.
Yeah, God. I mean, his dad is literally, like, right here.
I'm just saying, too, the fact that Dana was like, you know, I'm a little more scared of Shaba. I am excited.
I mean, duh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Protected
Beck
John
is,
and
like...
Laura.
Them is, like, super fucking dumb. So...
A little bit. I love him, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's not the brightest.
She
I
also
love him
her
so
deep
much.
heart, so
Shaba's definitely the brains of the
Bro.
operation.
Oh, Shaw was most of the operation. Nim is just... He's just there for the ride. I love how they made him Pirate Lord.
I know. As soon as Trent said, yeah, he became the pilot. I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, I mean, he did have some pretty good character progression towards the end, but like, he's
He
still
did,
fucking
he did.
idiot.
He's still a drunk.
Oh my god, he's a drunk, Man, I can't. Nim
The
is
list
just
goes
a
on.
lot. And Beck is like the exact opposite.
Alright, everyone, I'm back.
Hello, read my damn message. Son
We
of a
were-
bitch.
We weren't talking shit. We promise.
Oh, I hope you guys were. Otherwise, I'm not doing my job right. If you all don't hate me after a session, then I didn't do a good job telling the story. Alright. And that's how I gauge. Alright, oh yeah, are we all back? Oh, sorry, are we all back? Are we ready to continue the story? Alright, everyone's here. Perfect. Alright, let us continue. So, you all begin to enter Darvox and begin to walk down the roads. The other two Valterian cities, Vandrol and Dragonhold, have very prevalent Gothic designs. And also these cities are actually really kind of clean and proper. Valteria has a lot of money that they get from, you know, exploitation and stuff, so they're able to make their cities look very... You know, that kind of thing. So they're able to make their cities look very, you know, clean, well kept. Obviously, they're like the poorer districts, like how Vandrol has its slums, where, you know, they're just horrible to the people there. But out of the three cities, Darvox is the least aesthetically pleasing. It still has that Gothic look, but it's much more industrial. There isn't really, like, upper class looking buildings, except for, like, so basically the way that the city's set out is there is a large kind of plateau in the middle of the city, and there are multiple staircases leading up to this plateau, and there is this large castle in the center surrounded by a bunch of upper class looking buildings, but everything else around this plateau are either like slums, lower income housing, or the forges and crafting places.
And this is where Elwyn was raised.
Yep. So, as you are all walking around, you guys can see that this city, if you can even call it a city, has definitely been turned into a production line. There are lots and lots of workers here, all wearing helmets and gloves. You can see lots of them hauling coal, wood. You can see lots of forges going, and you can see tons and tons of workers hammering away at swords and armor. They all look tired out of their minds. You can see some workers just kind of slumped up against buildings, just like drinking water, trying to get any amount of rest from their horrific work schedules. And you can see lots of Valterians patrolling, more than in any other city. There are lots of guards patrolling Darvox. But since you are all accompanied by the Dragon Fang, there is a large entourage of Altarian soldiers saluting and kind of guiding you all up to the plateau. Elwyn, Beck, Ekrai, Aliceman, as you guys look around, you can see the workers look over at Dusk with just complete disgust.
Same.
You can see them just like sneering and like whispering to each other. You see some of them look at Elwyn, Ekrai, and Aliceman, and they start to talk as well, and kind of shoot you all dirty looks as you walk behind Dusk. As you all approach one of the major staircases up to the plateau, you can see 2 Valterian elites. You stop and salute, and the gates to the upper district open up. Once you guys reach to the top of the plateau, it's a very different world. All of the houses up here are your more traditional, kind of pretty Valterian aesthetic with the whole Gothic design. It's much preppier up here, much more put together, and the people up here appear to be like merchants, upper class, salesmen, that kind of thing. The high society of Darvox. You all walk closer to the main castle, which is known as the Anvil. So, is there anything you guys want to do before heading into the Anvil?
So, are we like free to go to shops if we need?
You can. Just, you'll have to meet up with Dusk at some point to discuss your pay and all those sorts of things.
Can Elwyn go see his mom?
I'd say we should do that after you guys talk to Dusk, because I think that'd be a pretty good moment.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys want to go discuss things with Dusk?
Yeah, I guess I think the store happenings are probably better after we're paid.
All right.
Yeah.
You all head into the Anvil, and it's just like, it kind of just looks like a giant, like, solid stone brick of a building. There's no fancy towers, no fancy garnishes or gargoyles or anything like that. It's like, it's been like totally made to withstand an assault. Like 100%, which would make sense since Darvox is literally right across the ocean from Markariath, so the Alinors, that would be like the first city they would attack. So this castle is like, it is just chunky and well guarded.
Chunky.
You can see all these cannons and ballistas on top. It is kitted out for defense. As you all enter the Anvil, it's much nicer inside than it is outside. It's much more of your stereotypical Gothic Valterian castle vibes, so nothing really different there. As you are all walking through the Anvil, and you begin walking down one of the hallways to what you assume is one of Dusk's offices, you all see another figure at the end of the hallway with her arms crossed, kind of leaning up against one of the walls, and you can see there's 2 elites next to her. She looks over, and she just kind of waves over. "Welcome back to Darvox, Dusk," Olania says. "Good to see you again, Olania," Dusk says. The 2 of them kind of walk up to each other, and Olania looks over at the rest of the group. "Mission go well?" she says. Dusk nods. "See that they have a child," Olania says. Dusk nods again. "That was the target I informed the rest of you of." Olania nods. "I see. Anyways, just wanted to see you before I head back to Durandar," she says. Dusk nods. "How are things going over there?" Olania shrugs. "It's fine. We've been holding ground, but Stormhammers are getting reckless, so I think a counterattack will be happening soon, which is why I'm heading back." Dusk nods. "Well, take care of yourself." "You as well." Olania begins to walk past, And as she does so, she stops next to you, Ekrai. Ekrai, if you need a reminder of what Elenia looks like, she's one of the Dragon Fangs. And she is also a blue tiefling.
Tiefling mommy.
She's from the exact same parent that you're from. And
yeah.
she kind of looks over at you, Ekrai, and she just says, haven't seen another child of Sabrina in a long time.
You're the first for me as well.
Really? Last of my siblings that I met wasn't exactly stellar, so I'm glad that I'm meeting another one of my siblings on better terms. Ekrai. And Elenia kind of looks over. Dusk, would it be alright if I pull him aside for a second? Dusk nods. Ekrai, do you want to talk to Elenia? Do you accept?
You accept, yes.
Elenia kind of pulls you off to the side away from the rest of you so you can't hear. The elites don't even follow. You all kind of stand down the halls a little ways. On closer inspection, Elenia has dark curly hair that falls to her shoulders, and she has an eye patch that goes over her left eye. You can also see she has multiple scars across her face as well. Elenia speaks to you, Ekrai. I have a few questions, Ekrai, if you would please answer them. I know that you're not under my rules, so you're free to reject if you want.
I'm at your service, whatever you need to ask.
I haven't seen another child of Sabrina in a while, like I said. The last of my siblings I ran into was well, he's a brash and arrogant, stupid man. Calls himself the Duke. Last time I saw him...
Sorry. Got a bit excited there.
Not the Duke.
Last time I saw him, he was forming some kind of rebellion. He was forming some kind of rebellion. Let's just say that our meeting didn't end well. But now that I've met you, Ekrai, I have just one question. Do you know where our mother is? Mother Sabrina, you've not seen her?
No, not recently, not ever.
Elena just kind of looks to the side. I see. If you don't mind me asking, where were you before you signed up with Valteria?
Traveling wherever it would take, fighting for whoever would pay.
Classic mercenary, Olenia says, looking back. And she gets a little closer. My last question. Have you unlocked your infernal art?
I have, unfortunately.
Olenia looks a little somber at this. I see. I'm sorry for what you saw. I know that for us to gain our infernal arts, it's a traumatic event. So, I'm sorry for that. Right. Those are all the questions I have, Ekrai, but
Part of what drives me today, but...
Yeah. Well, you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. I just have one last thing to tell you.
I'm listening.
I don't know what's changing in Otax, but the war is making people's true colors revealed, especially demons. I've only met our mother once. She's not a kind woman, by any means. She's a backstabbing, trickery, silver-tongued monster. But it seems that the longer the Valterian wars go on, the more eager she's getting. I have found that our kind, her children, are starting to... The only way I would describe it is we're starting to vanish in strange ways. I don't know if it's linked to her or to something else, but just watch your back out there, Ekrai. I would hate to lose a sibling.
Try my hardest.
Olania nods. Oh, and one more thing. If you run into a man named Mallory, and you see him using shadow abilities, don't question it. The sibling he took that power from deserved what she got. And Olania walks away. Alright. Ekrai, do you wish to rejoin the others and discuss with Dusk?
Yeah, certainly. I would love the money.
Alright.
Money.
I would love the money.
Money, money, money.
Alright.
Yes, we found
You are all located inside Dusk's office. Very regal looking. And the door opens and Ekrai joins you all. Dusk is sitting at their chair with the baby in their arms, kind of cradling it. Alright, Elwyn, Ekrai, Oz. I said I would pay you all when the baby has been safely escorted back to Valterian territory. And that job has been done. So, Dusk opens a drawer next to them and takes out 3 large bags. Puts them on the table. $1,000 for each of you. And as well, Dusk again opens up another drawer and pulls out 3 scrolls and puts them next to each of the bags of money. Full citizenship to Valteria and the ability to purchase property within any of its cities. Welcome to the Valterian Empire, you 3. Happy to have you all.
My mother's name's on there as well?
It is. You all take your money and pocket it. You guys can add 1,000 gold to each of your character sheets if you want. And you all have a deed of, or a, you basically got your Valterian social security number.
Wow.
Lived here all his life. He finally got one.
Dusk calls over the 2 Valterian elites and hands them the child. Take that child to the suite located at the top of the anvil and be careful with it. Absolutely no injury will fall that child. The Valterian elites both nod and leave the room. Dusk goes ahead and kind of like rests their head in their hand a little bit and just kind of like rubs their temple. Right, well, Ekrai, Elwyn, Oz, your contracts are up. You are no longer under direct command of myself, but since the 3 of you are now Valterian soldiers, or sorry, not, since the 3 of you are Valterian citizens, you are now within the confines of the law, but also have a little bit of sway. Alisman, unfortunately I cannot let you go yet, but once we arrive at Arcania, you're free to go. And Beck, Dusk says, and they take a second as they look at you, Beck. You have shown great tenacity during these missions. I would like to offer you a promotion. Beck?
Sure.
I know that your family has had a rough go of it. And we've done everything we can housing them in the outside town. But with this promotion, we can move them inside Darvox to the upper class. They would live here on the plateau. I'm willing to promote you to lieutenant of my legion.
I accept. Thank you, Dusk.
Of course, we can move your family to the upper plateau. We have a house ready for them and everything. It may take a few days for the paperwork to get fully sorted out, but congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you.
Right. That being said, Beck, I think you've earned yourself some rest. You are all free to go. And Dusk kind of lingers on Aliceman. Beck, if you are to watch Aliceman, he is free to join you all for the night.
All right.
But make sure he doesn't slip away. You may all leave.
All right. Yeah, Volturian Lieutenant Vegas. Look at me go. Climbing
All you
up
have to do
the
is steal a
ranks.
baby.
Oh,
Congratulations, Beck.
wow, look at me go. Climbing up the ranks.
Coming up the ranks.
You all leave Dusk's quarters and the door is shut behind you all. Would you all like to head to this outside town for
Ellen would
some
love to-
rest and relaxation from your very strenuous past couple weeks?
Isn't my
I
family
can
there
think of
too?
nothing
Yes.
the better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Ellen's gonna go see his mom.
All right. Now, I did forget all of your family members' names, so if you could all send those to
Oh
me
my
real quick.
God.
Look, it was a lot, so just copy and paste it, send it to me through Discord, and I'll remember it. But anyways, you all begin to exit the Anvil, and you all start to head down into the poorer districts outside of the city. And as you guys are walking, you can see a group of workers, and you can see they're fanning a worker who's currently passed out, assumingly from the heat. And one of the workers just kind of shoots you all a look and goes back to fanning their friend to make sure that they don't die of heat exhaustion. As you all leave Darvox, you guys order a carriage to take you all to the small town of, what was its name? I need to check my notes.
You got it.
Let's see. The town's name was... Where the fuck did I put it? It's here somewhere.
Wow, the DM being unprepared.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Hey. I'm DMing 2 campaigns, alright? You can cut me a little bit of goddamn slack. It is called Luron. Alright. You're all heading to the town of Luron. Luron is about a day's away, carriage-wise, from Darvox. And Luron is mainly an agricultural town. Lots of farming happens there. And that's really its big thing. Alright. So, do you guys want to discuss anything on the trip over to Luron, or do you just want to get there?
I'm gonna ask Ellen, what Bard College did you go to?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. Hold on, give me 1 second. I went to the Jack of all trades.
Could you repeat that?
The Jack of all trades. Let
Is that
me,
a college?
hold on. I wrote it down. 1 second. Where'd it go?
I think Elwin was just self-taught, right?
Yeah. He was taught by his mom.
Ah, yeah.
Did your mom go to a bard college?
She doesn't really talk about her family. Her whole family were bards, and then she kind of got left behind.
You cut out again, Elwin, please.
Oh no!
Please.
So unfortunately, I was only taught by my mother, but she is an amazing person. Unfortunately, she was left by her family in this God-forsaken city. But she did her best, and she taught me everything that she could. Other than that, I just picked up little tricks here and there of the journey.
All right.
Interesting.
What about you?
I went to the College of Sword,
Okay.
which specializes in acts, in performances such as sword swallowing and knife throwing.
Oh. There you go. Very entertaining. Yeah, no.
I'd like to think.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get any cool college or anything like that. I was just hung out with my mom until I was close. But I will say, when you get to this town, my mother does make some amazing food, and you're more than welcome to share a meal, my friend.
I'd love to try your cooking.
Elwin's mom is a MILF.
Listen, she works at a brothel, okay? We know.
Alrighty. As you all arrive in the town of Ludoron, it's a pretty sizable town. Larger than most towns that you find. There are large rolling fields. Still got that classic kind of Valterian look with the Gothic design. And you can see that there are a couple of Valterian patrols going around. And immediately as you guys enter, you can see a very large tavern, which you all assume is Elwin's mom's tavern. Beck, your family lives kind of on the outskirts of the town, near one of the farms. That's where they are. So, where would you guys all like to go? Would you like to stay as a group or split up?
I'm going to my family.
All right, Beck's
Bye.
going to go off. Elwin,
Oh,
Ekrai, Aliceman, where are you three going?
I thought I was.
I'm going to go see my mom. So.
Oh yeah, Alisman is going with me.
Oh, yeah, okay. Aliceman's going with Beck. Ekrai and Elwin are going to see the tavern and Elwin's mom. Oz is going to go with Ekrai and Elwin. All right, we're going to start with Ekrai, Elwin, and Oz. You all enter into the tavern. I don't think we ever came up with a name for the tavern, did we?
I don't think we did, no.
Okay, well, I'll have to make a name for it right now. This tavern's name will be... drum roll, please, as I rack my brain for something. We'll call it the Ruby Giant Inn. That's a good name.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
Yeah. Look at that, guys. And just like that, he brought it back. That's why he's the master DM.
Improv.
All right.
Wonderful improv skills. Thank you.
The Ruby Giant Inn is quite large, actually. It's got 2 stories to it. And as you guys enter, it is pretty alive right now. A lot of people are getting off their shifts from farming, and you can see many people enjoying drink and eating food. It's just very warm and cozy in here. There's a large fireplace. There's lots of decor with, you know, little fireplace mantles, and of course you have the Valterian flags around. But everything is just so warm and cozy. It just feels nice to stand in here. As you all enter, immediately you guys hear the voice of a woman. Elwin, you're home! And you all see a shorter, more squat human woman run up and hug Elwin as you all enter.
Elwin's gonna pick up his mom and spin her around.
She goes ahead and she laughs at this little thing and she says, "Welcome home, my sweet boy. Who are your friends?"
Mom. These are, we just went on a little bit of an adventure, and I have some wonderful news. But first, everyone is quite hungry, and I promised them some of your delicious cooking.
Oh, yes, of course. Here, bring them over to a table. Elwyn's mom, named Kathleen, leads you all over to the biggest table that she has. She walks up to you, Ekra, and says, "My oh my, I haven't seen another tiefling in these parts in ages. I thought my son was the only one."
He kind of removes his hat, puts it over his heart, and then does like a performer's bow. And he says, "Akrai the Bard, at your service."
Oh! Kathleen goes over to you, Elwyn, and just kind of nudges you. Very dapper man, I must say.
Oh yeah, he saved a lot of people's lives, Mom. We were really pent up against some horrible things, but he's a good man.
Oh, my word, I can't wait to hear about it. Oh, and who might you be? She says, looking at Oz. Name's, Oz. Warforged. I, made acquaintance with your son in the wild forests of Thenral, and I believe that these people will guide me on a great journey. Kathleen just goes, "Well, alright. Do Warforges eat?" And Oz just shakes his head. "No. But, if you have some water, I'll take it." Water it is. Alright, let's see. Elwyn, Ekrai, what are you two in the mood for? A pie, a steak, a soup? What are you feeling?
I'll take a pie.
A pie, perfect. What about you, Ekrai, dear?
I'll have a steak.
A steak, coming right up. Any drinks for you all?
I think I'm good for now, Mom. Thank you.
Of course. You all go and have your
I'll have a
chit-chats.
steak.
I'll be right back. Kathleen runs into the back. Anything you guys want to talk about at the table as you wait for food?
Elwyn's gonna ask, okay, so what next? We got our money, job's done. What's next?
I guess we just perform for the people and wait for our next task.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Mom into a beautiful place. It's gonna be so good. Gonna get her out of this tavern.
Oz just kind of looks around. I mean, it's a nice tavern. Seems like she's put a lot of work into it.
She did, but the owner is not the kindest to the women that work here and their children.
I see. So she's only a co-owner. Rough.
Yes.
Well, Oz says, and he kind of takes a lean back. This is quite a nice place, I must say. Nice and warm. Haven't felt this in a long time. As you guys...
Ekrai kind of nudges Elwyn and, whispers to him and says, "Your mom's quite the charmer, by the way," and just winks at him.
Elwyn sighs deeply. It says, "Thanks, buddy, thanks."
She gets that a lot. I'm just kidding.
You see where I get it.
Might have to put my own down payment on that new house for her.
Easy now.
Ekrai loves MILFs. Loves them. Alright. Kathleen arrives. She has a very nice warm meat pie for you, Elwyn, and steak and greens for Ekrai. And she lays down Ekrai and Elwyn's alcohol and gives Oz a glass of water. And it smells so fucking good. It smells delicious. Kathleen goes ahead and she runs back and she pours herself a drink and she arrives back and she kind of pulls up a seat. All right. Well, I want to hear all about your stories, Elwyn. What's been happening? I haven't seen you in about 2 months now.
Well, I took a contract, and that's where I met this fine gentleman. But I have some wonderful news. We actually got rewarded citizenship, and we can buy land.
At this, Kathleen kind of her eyes go really wide and she says, "No, you didn't, Elwyn. Did you really?"
I also, and he pulls out the official paper and says, "I've gotten us full citizenship."
At this, Kathleen just kind of puts like her hand over her mouth, and like little tears start to come out of her eyes, and she just kind of leans over and hugs you, Elwyn. That's my boy. Thank you so much, Elwyn.
Well, you did your best to raise me by yourself, Mom, and I'm gonna do my best to repay you.
This is fantastic. We can actually live somewhere that isn't like this. We can have a actual home. Kathleen says.
We can. I also got rewarded quite a bit of coin as well.
I'm very, very proud of you, son. I couldn't ask for a better child. Well, tell me about this adventure that you all went on. I'm eager to hear it.
So we had a run-in with some pirates. We had to fight a giant spider. It was all a loss, but of course your son came home victorious.
There was also a baby.
A baby?
Elwyn's gonna look at Oz and I'll shut the fuck up.
Oh no, it was Ekrai.
Oh, Elkra, yeah, shut the fuck up. And then he's gonna, apparently there was a lost child that we had to return, but the baby is home safe, and I was sworn that the baby can be taken very good care of, so.
Oh,
I do say your son did a very good job of helping me to improve the morale of the child.
I see. Kathleen says. I also want to note that you guys aren't wearing Valterian clothing anymore. You're just in your normal garb at this point. And Kathleen looks up and says, so who was it that you all got the contract for?
So we were actually contracted by one of the Dragon Fang.
Kathleen, her face kind of drops down a little bit. I see. One of the Dragon Fangs.
Yes, you know I just taste all of them, but it was to make sure we had a good future. And now we'll be able to get you out of here and get us a nice cushiony place.
Wait. You didn't do a contract for, like, helping move things or gather resources? You worked for a Dragon Fang? What were you guys doing?
So unfortunately I don't know all the details because of course they wouldn't tell us. But we just had to get some resources. There was a fruit we had to collect from a far off island. That's where we had to fight the spider. And then we had to return the child and we were set off.
Kathleen just kind of looks and says, I see. So you just went and got some things. No blood spilling or anything, right?
Mom's gonna be mad at me. I mean, of course there were some, fighting because obviously, as somebody that fought a spider would see some bloodshed, but everyone returned home safe.
Elwood, you didn't kill anyone, right? You know how I feel about that.
I know, and I did what I thought was best to get us the best life we could. Anyways, Mom, I'm home. I can tell you all the details later. Right now, let's celebrate.
Kathleen just kind of nods and just goes, right, let's celebrate, she says, and she takes up her tankard and just kind of holds it on high. To new beginnings. The tankards all clank, and you all begin to drink and eat. We're now going to spin over to Aliceman and Beck. Beck.
Mom doesn't know I'm a mercenary. That'd be weird.
Yeah, she doesn't. Beck, you and Aliceman are heading towards the outskirts of the town. Beck, you're doing your best to keep your eyes on Aliceman. And in front of you, you see a sizable farmhouse. It looks a little rundown in some parts, a little bit of a fixer-upper. But it is your childhood home, and so seeing it does fill you with a little bit of reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
As you are walking through the fields, Beck, you can hear a younger male voice kind of call out and just say, "Beck's home! Mom! Beck's home!" And you can see a little boy running over to you, Beck, your younger brother, Rune.
Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna like scoop him up.
All right. Rune goes ahead and gives you a big hug and says, "I've missed you, big bro. Where have you been?"
You know, just I was just off, you know, slaying monsters and protecting Valteria.
Yes, my big brother is a big hero. And at this, the door opens, and you can see your mom, Beck, Tova. And she just kind of smiles, and she just kind of like waves to like beckon you over to her.
Alright, I'm going to like I'm gonna like speed up my walking a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of drag Alisman behind me.
Aw, but
As you approach Tova, Beck, she just kind of smiles and says, "Welcome home, son. It's been a long time."
It really has.
I assume you'd want to sit down.
Yeah.
Come in, she says. As you enter your old house, Beck, it's pretty much just as you left it those years ago. All of the little knickknacks and baubles are still where they are. All the undusted plants and shelves are still undusted. It's pretty much just as you left it. Although you can see that there appears to be a brand new table. That's about it. As you sit down on the couch, you can see that Tova goes ahead and gestures over to Rune, and she just goes, "Go find your little sister. I'm sure that she wants to play. I would like to talk to Beck in private for a little bit." Rune just goes, "Oh, Mom, he just got back. Go on. You can talk to him later, I assure you." And Rune just kind of shoots you a smile back, and then he runs off as Tova goes ahead and she sits down next to you. How have things been, Beck?
It's been fine. I think I got a promotion.
You got a promotion?
Yeah, I'm now a lieutenant, and y'all are gonna be moving to the inner city.
Your mom just kind of looks at you with shocked eyes. She's usually a very quiet, kind of reserved person, but this is the first time in a while you've seen light kind of spark up in her eyes. As she kind of like leans back and takes a deep breath. That's incredible, Beck. I don't know what to say. When are we moving?
I guess as soon as y'all are ready, I guess.
Tova goes in and she looks around the house and she says, "Lots of things to move, but I don't believe it. Thank you, Beck." And Tova closes in and hugs you.
You don't need to thank me. Like, I kind of owe it to y'all.
Tova kind of takes a step back. She just kind of sighs. I'm proud of you, Beck. I know that when you were young, your injuries, you thought that you couldn't do anything, but now you're a lieutenant. I don't know, it just seems so good to be true.
Yeah, I can understand that. How has things been here?
Tova kind of looks down. It's been rough. The harvest just hasn't been as good lately, and the money's been trickling in. I wish that someone else could tell you this, but your father and your older brother, Asmi, are both not here right now.
What? Why? What's going on?
Tova just kind of stares. And you see that a tear kind of trickles down her face for a second. They went on some crazy witch hunts. There was a man about a week ago in the town, got drinks with is it Ivar or Ivar? I forget how to pronounce it.
It's Ivar.
Ivar and Asmi went and got drinks with the man, and he told them that he knew where the person or the thing that attacked you was. And Ivar and Asmi were drunk and filled with vengeance. And the man told them where the beast laid, and they grabbed their swords and their pitchforks, and I tried to tell them to not go, but it's been 3 days now, and they haven't come back yet. I was hoping that they would be back by the time you returned, but I guess not.
Who was the man? Who?
He didn't say his name. He wore a cloak, and I only spoke to him briefly when he was outside our home waiting for Ivar and Asmi to get their things. But he seemed strange. I didn't trust him.
Oh my god. I don't like this at all. I don't think this is
I tried to tell the guards about it, but they didn't do anything. I told them that my husband and my son haven't returned in 3 days, but they didn't do anything, Beck. They just told me to file a report to the Valtarian militia and that they'd get to it at some point. And they haven't been back in 3 days, but since you're here, maybe you could get a search party or something with your new rank?
Yeah, I'll go do that. It's good to see you, Mom.
I'm sorry, Beck. I know that you just got promoted and you finished another job, and this is not great news to come home to, but I really tried to make them both stop and not go, but you know how your dad is.
Yeah.
I guess they just want to... I don't know. I feel like he blames your attack on himself, so I guess him hunting down the beast that attacked you is his way of penance.
Keep the kids inside. I don't think this is not good.
Right. I'm sorry, Beck. Sorry. She just keeps apologizing.
Stop. You have nothing to apologize for. I'm going to go bring back Dad and Asmi.
Your mom nods. Right. Who's your little friend, Beck? Alisman has just been sitting quietly next to you.
This is, Alisman. He's my coworker, I guess.
He's my coworker.
if he wants to go with you, then by all means. But if he wants to stay here, we could house him until you return.
I can't let him out of my sight.
Oh,
He's in training,
I see.
right, Alisman?
Sure.
Alright, I love you, Mom, but I have to go now.
Now it's late, Beck. Don't you want to sleep or get some rest?
No, I have to go find Dad and Asmi.
All right.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But I'm not comfortable with this. I'm gonna go. And Beck gets up and he's heading for the door while dragging Alisman with him.
Beck, as you begin to walk back to the town square, you can see Ekrai, Elwyn, and Oz leaving the tavern with Kathleen waving them goodbye. Good night, dearies. Unfortunately, all the rooms are filled, so I can't force anyone out tonight. But if you go talk to Old Man Willie, he'll probably let you all stay there for the night.
Thank you, Mom. I love you. You and the
I love you too. I love you too, Elwyn. I'll see you in the morning, all right? And we can get this whole paper thing situated.
Oh, yes.
As you guys turn, you can see Beck dragging Alisman along, and he's still wearing his helmet, or he put his helmet back on, but he seems to be in a hurry somewhere. Oz steps forward and just goes, "Everything all right, Beck?"
Beck is like, he doesn't say anything, he's just going.
Beck just walks past you all, and Oz just turns to you two, Ekrai and Elwyn. That doesn't seem normal for him.
Elwyn nods and says, if he's distressed, something must be going on. Come on, let's go. And follows.
All right, I guess we're following him.
Company, I guess.
The three of you tail a little bit behind Beck. Beck, where are you going exactly?
He's going to go to the, I guess the barracks, or I don't know, just
All right.
somewhere to get people to help.
There's a local barracks nearby, and you can see some Valterian soldiers standing outside. And as you approach, one of them gets up and salutes. Hello, my lord. What can I do for you?
I need a search party now.
Sir, can I get some more context?
My mother came here a few days ago and reported my dad and my brother missing, and y'all did nothing. Get your men together, we're going.
Apologies, sir, but we're under strict orders from the Queen that we're not supposed to leave our posts in the town.
Elwyn's gonna walk up and ask Beck what's going on.
My brother and my dad, they got drunk one night, and I don't think they're safe. They haven't been home in 3 days.
Fuck. Can't you tell the Dragon Fang to your search party?
I can't just go. I need them to call upon me. I can't,
Here,
I'm not that high in rank yet.
listen. If you give me the description, I'm gonna have to...
What was that, Elwyn? You cut out. You cut out.
You're cutting me off.
Oh no! That better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be here for a while anyway, helping my mother. If you want to give me a description, I can take a look for you as well.
Okay, my dad, he's a bigger guy. He's, bulky, I guess. About 6'3", red hair, a big beard. he has on his right arm, it's completely tatted up. And then my brother, he looks like me, but his hair is just shorter, and he has he's scrawny, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, Beck. It's okay. Listen, I don't have a job since I was let go, since my contract was up. I'll look around and see what I can find about your family.
You're cutting
You're
out,
cutting
bro.
out.
No! Is that better?
Just yell the whole time.
Yeah, just yell the whole
and I'm
time.
sure your mic will
That works.
not be able to not hear you.
Gotcha. So, listen, I've been sailing with you and been with you a couple days now, and I've never seen you this shooken up. I'm gonna be here a couple days anyways, and I'll take a look around and see what I can find out.
I appreciate it.
Oz takes a step forward and says, "Beck, you seem like a good man. Someone who doesn't deserve something like this. I can assist you as well, if the guard won't."
Yeah, thanks. And Becca's gonna shoot a dirty fucking look at that guard.
The guard shrugs and goes back to sitting down.
Man, I can't wait till he finds out that I'm a lieutenant.
You don't have your fancy badge yet.
I know.
Yeah.
God damn it. Alright, okay, I guess I'll go to the tavern they were at.
Oh yeah, maybe
Uh,
go talk to Kathleen.
Oh, were they at that tavern?
Yes, it's the only tavern in town.
Oh,
I go see
nice.
Mom
Okay.
again.
Alright, I'm
Alright.
booking it.
You all return to the Ruby Giant Inn, and you can see Kathleen cleaning some mugs as you all enter, and she goes, "Oh, back so soon. Elwyn, who are these two?" She looks at Beck and Aliceman.
These are other co-workers I had on that mission I told you about. But Mom, Beck here, his father and brother are missing. He has a couple questions. Could you help him out?
Oh no. Yes, I believe their name is Ivor and Asmi, if I'm correct. Yes, they were here about 3 days ago drinking with another patron.
Who was
Do you
that
remember?
patron?
Don't know. Kept their face covered. They paid for it though. She had a very nice voice.
It was a woman?
Yeah, I think it was.
Did you see any defining features? What he was wearing?
I don't want to assume things, but it looked like she had a pair of horns under her hood.
Okay. And can you describe her voice? Was it soft? Was it sweet?
It was, well, she sounded kind enough. Said that she's been traveling from outside Aetherfall, and that she had some wonderful news for Ivar and Asmi. But yes.
And you've never seen this woman before?
I've never seen her before. Let me think. She had a soft voice. I'm assuming that she was related to a tiefling somehow, but only thing I remember is she had dark purple skin. At least that's what her hand looked like when she handed the coins over to me.
Okay. Did you see her hair by any chance?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. If you see this woman again, please let us know as soon as you know. Okay, Mom?
Right, of course. Sorry about this, Beck. I hope that you find your father soon.
Beck is just gonna walk out.
Alright.
Elwyn's gonna nod at his mom and then follow back.
Okay, August.
Is going to toss her 5 points and say thanks for the information, and then follow him out.
August.
Yes.
Can I start looking around for clues?
Yes.
Just anything.
So,
like
the description of the person is they had horns, they have purple skin, and they are a woman.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for clues.
Bro.
All right.
Do I roll an investigation check?
Yep. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, nice. My investigation is pretty good. That's gonna be a 19.
As you all step out and begin exploring the town, Beck, you walk down an alleyway, and you notice off in the distance there appears to be a bird sitting in the branches of the tree, but it's not a normal bird. It appears to be made out of wood and vines, and has burning yellow eyes.
I'm gonna kill myself, August.
And it stares at you, Beck, before it appears to make a motion of acknowledgement, and it flies off deeper into the woods.
I'm gonna fucking book it into the fucking woods.
All right. The rest of you hear commotion as you see Beck. Beck doesn't even bring Aliceman along, as Beck is charging into the woods. Do you all follow?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right.
Listen, we're comrades now.
Aliceman, do you follow?
Yes, so.
All right. You all begin to run into the woods. Oz is just yelling, "Beck, hold on!" You all continue to...
Beck ain't slowing down.
Yeah, Beck, the moon is bright.
Okay.
And as you all appear, you feel like you've been running forever. And as you guys arrive in a clearing, you can see a large cave in front of you all. And you're all catching your breath. Beck, you were just sprinting. And as you do so, you guys realize that there are multiple bright yellow eyes staring around you all as the beasts similar from Fenrol begin to circle around you all. They appear to be made out of the wood and stone of the area, as you all hear a slight snicker from on top of the cave. You can see Luneth sitting high on the cave. She has her cloak down. She has her curly purple hair, her dark purple, almost obsidian color skin, and her rock-like armor. And you can see she's twirling around this green flame in her hands. "So happy to see you all again. It's really felt like such a long time," she says.
Where's my family? Bitch.
Don't get it too ahead of yourself now. Beck, is it? You know I learned all your names thanks to that nymph Lena. Oh, she was a lovely girl, she was. Luna says as she kind of twirls the witch's flame around in her hands. Don't worry, Beck. Your family is quite safe. I don't kill the innocents, after all. Only those that I'm ordered to. So I assure you they are very, very safe.
I'm gonna ask you again. Where is my family, bitch?
I don't think you're in any position to be making demands at me, Valterian, Luneth says. Her disposition...
Do you think I care? Where is my family?
Do you want me to kill them, Beck? Because I will fucking kill them if you speak one more goddamn word like that. And I'll kill them right in front of you. So let's take a step back. Let's calm down. Take a deep breath. Because your tone is starting to piss me off.
What do you want?
Him, Luneth says, pointing at Aliceman. I just want the Fae. That's all I want.
The fruit's already gone.
That's the thing. The fruit isn't gone. It lives within him. Those golden tattoos suggest so, Luneth says.
And what do you want with him?
I simply need to take him back to my master. That is all.
Okay, well, I automatically don't trust somebody who would steal somebody's family to get what they want.
That's rich coming from you all. You don't think that I've been watching you all this entire time? I saw what you all did in that pirate city, and I must say, didn't think you all had it in you. But now I guess I'm the bad guy, because I'm the one who stole family members, even though I know for a fact you all stole a child. And what a child you all did steal. Stealing the child of Shava. That's interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out for all of you.
Just give the man family back.
Okay,
All down
I
and
will.
talk about them.
I will. If you give me Alispin, we can make a fair trade.
I don't think this is very fair.
Oh, I mean, Beck gets his father and brother back, and I get Alispin. Frankly, Beck's way more connected to those two than he is Alispin, so I really see no reason why it isn't a good deal.
Because as shitty as it was for them to take the kid, I don't think the Dragon Fang will hurt them if they can work a way around that. I think it tend to hurt Alispin. And this kid did nothing wrong.
You all think Dusk is going to hold their word? Dusk is a fool. Brazen fool that will do anything for love. Dusk says that they won't kill the kid because they believe in their heart of hearts that they can save the child and still gain what they want, but that's not how it works in this world. You must take. Dusk still doesn't understand this, and it's why he's still so weak.
What does your master want with Alisman?
Lord Onyx wants to begin the dawning of a new age, and he will use Alisman to initiate that new age.
See that right there? Not gonna happen. That sounds like you can fuck with everybody.
Do you all...
I don't care who wins in this war. That sounds like everyone loses.
Do you all like the way Otax is? The way that the gods left it, shattered and broken, with these Valterians running about, burning everything to the ground? You think that you've picked good sides. You think that you're doing the right thing for your friends and families, but you all aren't seeing the bigger picture, Luneth says, and she kind of hops down from the cave and lands. Otax is a dying world. A world that was abandoned by Elena and the other gods. Only Sidar had a plan to make things right. But unfortunately, that time never came. And so we must pick up the pieces after him. Luneth says, this world is a shell of its former self, but we can bring it back to the glorious age of legends. There won't just be small victories and small amounts of magic. This world will change for the better.
And how many will die?
Sometimes you have to weed out the weak to keep the strong, Luneth says.
That doesn't sound like a paradise that you're trying to claim that it's going to be.
Oh, it will be a paradise. But those who die will never know, because they'll be dead. Anyways, I've spoken my piece. So what's the deal, Beck?
Beck, what do you want to do?
Beck's like shaking, and he's kind of, like in anime where they're like,
yeah,
that's kind of that's what's going on.
Rage,
he's like shaking,
fucking
he's
rage.
fucking angry, and God, I need to think my next action's very. I don't know what to do.
Think about your poor mother, Beck. She misses her husband and her son. And who is this Faye, Luneth says. You all barely know him. In fact, he seems a bit of a cheat. He'd probably backstab you all at the first chance he got.
I mean, I had the choice not to come into the woods. That kind of left me alone, but I still decided to come. So...
Luneth shoots you a dirty look, Aliceman, with the bright yellow eyes. Oh. And so the Fae decides to speak at last. For a second, I was thinking you were mute. Go on. What do you have to say?
That's it.
I'm waiting, Beck, Elwyn, Ekrai, Oz.
Fuck, dude. Ugh. Fuck. What do we have to do? I'm not at a good level where I can't take her on. But also, what would Beck do in this situation?
Does anyone have, like, sleep magic? A chance?
Oh, no.
We have 2 bards here. What if we just try some like really funky persuasion kind of stuff?
Some real funky persuasion.
I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, in my games, you have to actually persuade me.
Listen,
Okay, August, I have a question.
Yeah.
August, I have a question.
Yes.
So, what does the polymorph potion do again?
So, if the person who drinks the polymorph potion changes into the first animal they think of.
Okay.
But you have to drink it, and whatever animal, granted animal, so you can't turn into like a dragon or a kraken or anything. Just a regular animal.
Okay. Beck's gonna drink the polymorph potion.
Oh. And what do you change into?
A lion.
Alright.
Wow.
You guys watch as Beck suddenly takes the potion of polymorph and drinks it, and you all watch as he morphs into a large black lion. Beck, what do you do?
I'm gonna fucking attack that hoe.
Alright.
Fucking attack.
Are any of you engaging?
Yes. Elwyn is gonna go ahead and give him inspiration.
Alright, well, you're all gonna have to roll initiative if you're doing this.
Alright.
Five.
I rolled a nat 20! What? Why was it on initiative that I rolled a fucking nat 20?
Yeah, I got a 12.
Initiative, you have the...
I got a
What?
5.
You add your dexterity. Okay, hold on. I'm mad. Whoa. Things are happening in the world. Alright. Ekrai, what'd you get?
5.
5. Aliceman, what'd you get?
19.
19. Beck, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20.
Nat
but do
20.
I actually add my dexterity to that?
No, because you're gonna go first.
Okay.
Elwyn, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
12. Oz got a dirty 20. And now
Okay.
for Luneth.
I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up.
Alrighty. Beck, you're the first one to go.
Okay. I'm just gonna fucking lunge at her.
Alright.
I don't even fucking care. I'm just going at it.
So make an attack roll, and since you are... Actually, let me look up the stat block for a lion so you can get its bonuses real quick. I believe you get a +4 to your strength modifiers, but just to check, let me
Okay.
lion sheet D&D5E. Come on, internet, please. Please. Ah, this is so slow. Let me just use my phone.
I'm so glad that I didn't actually blow up when I drank the potion because that lady did say that would
That would have been pretty comedic.
I have a question for possible if we ever get more polymorph potions.
Yeah.
Could we not theoretically have whoever's not drinking it stand around and chant the names of whatever animal whoever's drinking it wants to become?
Oh, to like influence them. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
'cause
would.
like Like if you're standing there chanting the word lion, then of course whoever's drinking it is going to be thinking about lions, right?
That's true. That's true. You know, you could influence it. Okay, so, God, no, I don't want lion people. I just want a regular ass lion. I don't want your furry shit. Just give me a regular fucking lion.
Furries in OTAX.
There we go. Okay, so it's a +4 to your strength modifier.
Okay. Alright, and then... okay, so I'm gonna attack, and let's go... Okay, that's a... shit. That's gonna be a 25.
A 25 hits. Roll for damage. So your damage,
Okay.
so your bite attack does 1d8 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. I guess I'll bite in... Didn't Elwin say that he cast...
Inspiration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, so you can add an extra d4.
Okay, let's go. Oh shit, okay. Alright, that's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Okay. Now it is Oz's turn. Oz is going to go ahead and try and throwing axe at Luneth. And that's a 14, which misses. Luneth just kind of dodges out of the way. And now it's Luneth's turn. Luneth, you bite into Luneth's arm, Beck, but it's just like rock solid rocks. And you feel a little bit of give, but not a lot as you back away. And Luneth just kind of looks at her arm, and she just goes, and she just kind of like wipes off the spit from your attack. And she just says, "Good decision, Beck. I want to have a little fun. My turn." And you watch, as she draws her longsword and it ignites with this green flame. And she's going to, with her first action, swing at you, Beck.
Great.
Beck, your new AC in lion form is 15. And
Fuck, that's lower than what I matched.
Yep, because you're not wearing armor. You're just skin.
I'm gonna kill
And that's
myself
that's a 22.
Oh, well, I'm killing myself, guys.
Beck, you are going to take... You're going to take 19 points of slashing damage as Luneth just slices you, and you watch just the flame just like almost engulfs Beck. Beck, I need you to make me a Constitution roll.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Like, it's gonna look bad if you die, my guy.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 19.
You pass. So you are not lit on fire by the witch's flame.
Thanks.
Now it is Aliceman's turn. Aliceman, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot her with my bow, because that works like 50% of the time.
Alright, go for it.
12.
12. You shoot an arrow at Luneth, and she just kind of moves her head to the left and just completely dodges her. Now it's Luneth's turn again. She gets two actions per turn. Luneth is going to look at the rest of you, and she's just going to lift her sword in the air, and she's just going to say, "This gift, this witch's flame, is truly a marvel of magical prowess. Here, let me show all of you." And she's going to cast Flame Wave at all of you.
Beck!
What else was I supposed to fucking do, though?
So
I thought of
that's
something after you did it.
so that's a dirty 20, which I think beats all of your ACs.
Hee hee ha ha. Kathleen's gonna come out and what's that?
All right, I think a dirty 20 beats all of your ACs, so you're all going to take it. This is also including Beck. You all take 15 points of fire damage as
This is really embarrassing, guys, because I'm down.
Luneth just sends this massive wave of fire and scorches all of you with this green flame. You can feel its hot, burning sensation around all of you. As it all clears...
What was the decision on fire damage for that? Or fire resistance?
So, tieflings do not get fire resistant to the witch's flame.
Mm-hmm.
You will always take max damage. It is a different kind of fire. As the flames clear up, you guys can see Beck is down and he's transformed back into his normal self, and you can see some burn marks on his body and slashes. As Luneth just says, "My, that's a shame. Do the rest of you want to continue?"
And you give us some time to decide on what we want to do. Obviously, we know you're strong. Give us time to figure out what we want to do.
Oh, I'll give you plenty of time, but I'm kind of done waiting, Luneth says, as she puts the tip of her longsword on top of Beck's neck. So you better hurry up and make a goddamn decision.
Killing me on session 5. This is so smart.
Can I talk to Beck in private, like, about her hearing?
I'm, like, down, dude. I don't think there is any talking to me.
Yeah, no, Beck's kind of unconscious at the moment.
Wait, I could talk to someone else. Okay, one of you, get over here.
Yeah, hi.
So, she probably needs me alive is what I'm thinking. So maybe we could, like, say that you're gonna kill me.
I would love to hold you for ransom.
Yeah. So you're gonna kill me unless you get his family back, like, right now. Because she needs me alive.
Okay,
Probably.
I don't think that we're gonna get the family back at this second. I think we can hold you for ransom to get back out of here and treated and maybe live another day.
Okay.
Oh, bro, save my family.
But you can't hear
I
this.
say it as I say telepathically.
I say telepathically. You live in, you piece of shit.
Oh no.
So, what do you guys do with Alisman?
Elwyn clears his throat and grabs Alisman, holding his longsword to his neck, far enough away that, you know, it's not actually gonna hurt him.
Luneth just, like, sighs. She's like, "You all are really making things difficult."
I would like to get damn close to Alisman and put the tip of my blade on his throat.
Luneth
Y'all
just...
are both holding swords to my throat.
Luneth just goes, "My, mortals are really, really stupid."
Listen, give us 24 hours.
Why?
Yeah,
Or you're going to
24
kill Alisman?
Give us 24 hours to converse. We'll take Beck and we will meet you back here in 24 hours.
Oh, no. I don't think you'll be taking Beck at all. In fact, I think I'll be taking him. Maybe he can have a nice little nap with his family.
Slay.
Listen. He is a high up for Altaria. If we go tell them that, hey, you know,
Valteria?
hurt.
You think I give a damn about Valteria? Their era is coming to an end. They are nothing more than cockroaches.
You know how powerful the Dragon Fang are.
The Dragon Fangs are a bunch of young, bumbling fools.
And you can't... Are you so weak that you wouldn't admit that they're at least powerful?
They're powerful in the sense that they're good at throwing tantrums. But no.
24 hours is all we ask.
Very well. I'll take Beck and make sure he's just fine. And you can all come back here and meet me. And we can discuss the trade of Beck and his family for Alisman, Luneth says. And she grabs Beck and hoists him over her shoulder. I hope you're all back here briskly within those 24 hours. And you guys watch as the animals around you all, which didn't attack, all just kind of lunge at Luneth and kind of surround her in a giant ball of wood and trees and vines before the trees and the vines disperse and Luneth and Beck are gone.
Slay.
Do we get to rescue the damsel?
At least Nex wasn't here. It looks like I'm the one who's making this stupid decision.
Yeah. Listen, we get to
Like, gotta
rescue
be
the
simple.
damsel.
Yeah.
All right, so Elwyn, Ekrai, Alice Min, what are you all doing now?
Elwyn's gonna take a huge sigh of relief that he didn't die, and look to the others and make sure everyone can still walk, and say we need to get to Dusk.
All right. So, you all turn around, begin to head back to the town to try and find a way to talk to Dusk. And I think that's where we're going to end today's session on a cutscene.
Man, you suck.
All right. I think we got through everything I wanted to get through today. So if you could all mute. The scene opens up in Dusk's office. You can see they get up, dust themselves off, and walk up to the penthouse where the baby is being kept. Dusk looks at the young infant, and they kind of recoil in pain as they grab their mask and just go, ugh, ugh. And the pain appears to get more intense as Dusk takes off their mask. And I think now is the time that I describe to you all what Dusk looks like.
He hot.
Dusk has a very androgynous face. They have black skin and shorter hair. Their eyes are a deep green, and you can see 2 earrings of gold on each ear. And the most prevalent feature on Dusk is on their face, they have a scar that looks like it's burned into them. And the scar resembles a wolf. Dusk holds the scar in pain as they kind of like deeply breathe. And Dusk just mutters, I can hear him. I can hear him again. Dusk kind of like grabs onto a side table to like steady themselves. I see. I see. I must take the child to Arcania and take it to the gate of purgatory. And the pain sears again as Dusk recoils and kind of steps back. No, there's another piece? Impossible, there can't be another piece. I have everything I need. I see. I understand, Dusk says. They open their eyes and look at the baby. And Dusk puts their hand on the side of the cradle and just says, I will save you, my love. I will dive to the deepest pits of the underworld and pull you from his grasp. Even if it means I have to abandon all else. Vanessa said, if you can do it, if you can have vengeance, take it. And I hold true to her words. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I'm so upset I
You're
misgendered
fucking
Dusk.
kidding.
I'm literally a
You're
half
fucking
fae,
kidding.
and I went and I misgendered Dusk. Fuck me.
That
Oh my
is...
What was that?
I love how in private August was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Lee. I have a great plan for your sibling."
I
that
do.
I had no idea what to do, and then August is like, "Ah yes, let's kidnap them, and that's gonna be their sole purpose."
Fucking hear it. He's doing it to our baby too. I don't know why you're surprised.
Meeting of Worlds, also known as Kidnapping Simulator.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Like, August, what kind of fantasies are you having, brother?
Yeah.
Baby.
Want to talk about my guy?
No, but like, bro, really gave me false hope that like he was gonna do something cool with Bexelter's sibling, but then was like, nah, kidnapping victim. Cool. Makes my entire family a victim.
I mean, you technically haven't seen either of your siblings yet, so it's a little too early to call for that one, isn't it, Lee?
Oh, I guess you need to shove it.
I love.
I really don't like the idea
massive cock
of
and balls.
Okay,
know.
next question. Here's the question. How the fuck do we get Beck back?
Now you guys gotta figure it out. You guys gotta figure the fuck
You guys are
out.
fucking with the demon. I'm just letting you guys know. Never trust a word that she says. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna fucking say, because if
Man.
you, like, Lillian, if like Lillian was bad, this bitch is like so much scarier already. I like already hate her so much more.
I wish that someone from Pirates was in the party right there so they could see the green flames and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Listen. This is like the perfect opportunity to throw like Shava or Nim in there, and it would be perfect.
I love how both Nim and Shava's players are just right here.
I know. I'm so upset. We're quite literally right here. And you're like, wouldn't it be cool?
Y'all wanna see?
Yeah.
Y'all wanna see my siblings' notes?
Yeah, let's see. Yep, we need the classic
Yeah,
notes that your siblings. This is like,
tradition.
yeah, it is tradition at this point.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's
So,
oh god, pointing
let's
at me.
Let's see them notes.
Hi.
Let's see them notes. Hello. Let's see them notes.
Okay. Level up. 3. Health. Dash.
Okay, so it starts out 25 to 28 and 15. It's just reading the health points.
Okay. Then there's a picture of Dizzy drunk Alisman.
No, like, knocked into barrels.
That's the barrel as Alisman.
Oh, he's coming out.
The ram. Alisman for scale.
Oh my god.
And then this says ascending.
Ascending.
That is wonderful.
What the fuck is a dirty 20?
Hey, Alisman, for your answer. Or I should stop calling you all. So a dirty 20 is when you roll a number and then add your modifier, and then that gets you to 20. So like if your modifier is +4 and you rolled a 16, then 16 + 4 is 20. So it would be a dirty 20.
Oh my god. And then for the ascending thing, it says unbothered, moisturized, happy, in my lane, focused, flourishing.
Flourishing.
Oh my god.
That's
all wonderful
for today.
I love it. Well, thank you guys for a great session. Next week is God Blood, and we have a whole host of things happening in God Blood.
Of fucking course we do.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's like running these two campaigns as the DM. It's like I'm like, man, this is the best campaign. This is the best one. And then I play the other one. I'm like, man, this is the best campaign. This is the best one. And then I play it, and I'm like, man, this is the best campaign. This is the best one.
Well, I feel like it's really difficult too, especially now that both of them are crossing over into pirates. We're getting different characters in both, so I'm like, yay, I get to see Thena.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, yay, Lenore's with us now. Like, it's exciting.
I feel like it adds context to the world because it's like all these characters are still alive. They're still around.
Yeah.
They're all still doing different things.
Bro, I think
Baba,
so.
never gonna cause
Wait,
some
that's-
havoc.
Way
As
back
stupid
when
as
way back when Doug was telling me about Mallory, I had my girlfriend sleeping on me, so I only had one hand, and it was my left hand. So for notes, I wrote the word Mallory, stolen shadow abilities. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, I know that you spectated like a few Godblood sessions, but yeah, no, Mallory definitely has shadow magic, and which tiefling bloodline has shadow magic? It's Sabrina's.
Fine, baby.
It's yours.
I got super excited when you mentioned the Duke. I was like, oh god, I remember.
Ekrai and Oleney are related to the Duke. They're all from the same demon
That's
mom.
so fun.
Only thing I thought.
Oh
of
yeah,
when I
because
named
he
the
was
Duke
investigating
just
the
dumb name.
disappearances of the siblings, right?
What was that?
He was investigating the disappearances of
Yeah,
the siblings,
he was.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you're so
Yeah.
right.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I remember that bit.
August, are you still recording?
Oh yeah, let me.